The Zorthan Empire had conquered hundreds of worlds. Their technology was centuries ahead of most species in the galaxy. Every civilization they encountered had crumbled before their might. Their warships, towering and black as the void, blotted out the skies of countless planets. Their cyber warfare capabilities had brought entire civilizations to their knees before a single shot was fired. When the Zorthans discovered Earth, they barely considered it a threat. Humans in their eyes were primitive creatures, barely past the stage of interplanetary travel, with no significant energy weapons or shield technology. The species relied on simple combustion engines and archaic data networks. It would be a quick conquest. That was their first mistake. The invasion begins. It started with a broadcast. Every screen on Earth, televisions, computers, billboards, even the simplest mobile phones, was hijacked in an instant. The image of a towering Zorthan general appeared. He was covered in sleek, black metallic armor, his golden eyes burning with arrogance. His voice, deep and synthetic, echoed in perfect English, translated by their advanced linguistic systems. Humans, you are now subjects of the Zorthan Empire. Surrender, and you will serve. Resist, and you will be annihilated. As soon as the transmission ended, chaos erupted. Cities lost power. Satellites fell silent. The internet crashed. Banks, hospitals, government agencies, everything that ran on a network was suddenly offline. The world was plunged into darkness. The Zorthans believed they had already won. But they had underestimated the one thing that made humanity truly dangerous. The hackers strike back. Hide above Earth, in the heart of the Zorthan fleet, the command ship Vortex Rain hovered like a mechanical god. Inside its command bridge, Captain Sadarol watched the chaos unfold. He stood tall, his jet-black armor reflecting the dim glow of the holographic screens surrounding him. Pathetic, he muttered, shaking his head as he watched humans panic. His officers reported their progress. Every major system on Earth was under Zorthan control. Their defensive networks had been crushed within minutes. There was no military resistance worth mentioning. Sadarol smirked. They will kneel before the day is over. Then something strange happened. One of the Zorthan warships, the Daggerclaw, suddenly lost power. Its engines flickered and died, leaving it adrift. Moments later, another vessel, the Iron Fang, fired its weapons, but instead of targeting Earth, it fired on a nearby Zorthan ship. The explosion rocked the entire fleet. "What is happening?" Sadarol roared. His officers scrambled at their consoles, their fingers moving rapidly across glowing controls. "Sir," an officer stammered, "our systems, they've been compromised." Sadarol's golden eyes narrowed. "Impossible. Our cyber defenses are impenetrable." But then, a new face appeared on the holographic screens. It was human. A young man with messy brown hair wearing a black hoodie sat in a dimly lit room filled with glowing monitors. His fingers danced over a mechanical keyboard, his smirk full of amusement. "Hey, Sadarol, nice ship you got there. Be a shame if someone took it." Sadarol's blood ran cold. The human counterattack. Jared Cole, one of Earth's most notorious hackers, leaned back in his chair, watching the chaos unfold. He and his underground team had been preparing for this moment since the moment the Zorthans cut Earth's networks. The aliens thought they had humanity beaten. What they didn't realize was that humans were the most advanced hackers in the galaxy. Governments had spent decades trying to defend against cyber warfare, digital espionage, and black hat infiltration. Hackers like Jared had spent their entire lives breaking into supposedly impenetrable systems. And now they were turning the Zorthans' own technology against them. "All right, boys," Jared said, cracking his fingers. "Let's show them what primitive really looks like." With a few keystrokes, he sent a virus into the Zorthan fleet, turning the tide. Inside the Vortex Rain, alarms blared, systems flickered, glitched, and shut down. "Sir, shields are offline. Weapons control is unresponsive. Our ships are firing on each other." Sadarol's fury was immeasurable. He pounded his fist against the command console, trying to override the system, but the controls were dead. The fleet was crumbling. On Earth, the human resistance seized the moment. With the Zorthans' weapons disabled, military forces struck back. Fighter jets swarmed the skies, striking down confused alien infantry. Civilians, once cowering in fear, took to the streets, capturing stranded Zorthan soldiers. The hunters had become the hunted, and then the final blow came. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Zerul turned, his eyes wide. What? His own ship's AI had been compromised. A countdown appeared on every screen. 60 seconds. Override it. Zyril barked. We can't, sir, an officer cried. They have total control. The human hacker appeared on the screen again, casually eating chips. You called us primitive, Jared said with a grin. Big mistake. Cyril's last thought before the explosion was not of anger, but of fear. The aftermath? Across the solar system, Zorthan warships exploded, their own systems betraying them. The once mighty fleet of conquerors was reduced to floating debris. Humanity had won, not with superior weapons, but with superior minds. As Jared leaned back, watching the last of the enemy fleet vanish from Earth's orbit, he chuckled to himself. Next time, he muttered, grabbing a soda, they should probably update their firewalls.